All right, I have Silas's at 70, but let's see if we can do this here. Let's see what we got. Crap, are you kidding me? What do I need? 185 10. Okay, that's not going to happen today. That is so not going to happen today. I need like almost over 300 of the medium red ones and 131. Yeah, it's going to be a while. But that's okay because we don't need them for the memories. So this event's going on for like another, I think, 2 weeks. So I have plenty of time to send these cards. All right. Let's start the date, shall we? Okay, so this is Floating Floraletter. Let's see. One day, I accidentally discovered some letters that Caleb had written to me. I will say one of the points of contention that I have with Caleb is every time he pissed me off, I wrote it in a book, literally like a grudge book. So he knows I hold grudges. So let's see what's going on since he's trying to kick game to me.
The Far Space Fleet announced that they have blocked off the Skyhaven Guard Station, Cloud Realm 4.
Caleb probably did it.
Fleet authorities haven't disclosed the reason behind this. Instead, they have advised civilians to avoid the airspace around the island until further notice.
That's because the Deep Space Fleet is shady. They don't like telling people what's really going on. And I'm not going to spoil the main story, but let's just say the Deep Space Fleet is shady as hell. Just saying. And Caleb happens to be at the top of the Deep Space Fleet. There you go. The holographic screen displays an aerial view of the island. I hold my glass of water and absent-mindedly tap it while I watch. Blocking off a guard station isn't a small matter. Is the Farscape fleet doing something with the ether core again? Yeah, I think they are. Caleb must know what's going on. I'll just ask him. And that's a little tricky since I ask him stuff, he'll either minimize it or use it as an excuse to try to seduce me. Either way, I'm in a bad position. All right. Let's see what he gonna say. Hey Ron, how you doing? Says good evening, all. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, here, let's see what we got. Is he busy? I'll try calling him one more time. No, he saw him. If he saw me come up on his phone.
What's up? I just got out of a meeting, so I missed your phone call.
Sure. I'm a sucker for flight suits. Okay. Back in the day when I worked for Stark Industries, I know this is like stories with Elena. Back when I worked for Stark Industries, okay, me and a couple of the other chicks who worked with Intel said it is your civic duty if you see fatigues or you see a flight suit show up on campus, you have to tell us where it is so we can all go and gawk together. And we did many times. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You sound exhausted. Is everything okay? Well, he's not going to tell me the truth.
Oh, it's nothing. I guess I'm just tired. The fleet unleashed a horde of paperwork on me, so I've got lots of papers to sign. It's given me a headache.
I bet it is, right? You're always busy with work. And yes, he is. Can I come over to check on you this weekend? He's going to want something if I do. Let's be honest.
Really? That's kind of sudden.
I just saw the news about the Farscape fleet blocking off a guard station.
I knew it. That's the real reason you're calling.
Honestly, you knew it before I even called. He is so not slick. That's not true. No, I'm lying. I called because I was worried about you. The guard station comes second.
It's time for your treatment, Colonel.
Treatment? What the?
Okay.
Yeah, he does have
I
a
have
he
work to
does
do.
he does
We'll
have a
talk later.
prosthetic, or he's got a vibranium arm. Okay, he does. He doesn't think I know. Caleb, I heard that. What treatment? Are you injured?
I got scratched while on a mission. It's nothing serious.
Mm-hmm. Right. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You better tell me everything.
Telling you in person would be easier. And since you want to know about that guard station, you can come to Skyhaven this weekend.
See what I mean? As soon as I talk to him, it always winds up with me being in his proximity. He's so not slick.
Whether you're visiting me or the guard station, either is fine.
Okay. The Coleum Express cuts through sunlight as it arrives in Skyhaven. I pull my suitcase towards the hovering aircraft by the plaza. I quickly look around and spot Caleb in the distance. He's standing under a billboard, his eyes on his phone. Caleb needs to do some more squats. I'm just saying. Saying. He's here to pick me up, but he's not even paying attention. I take a roundabout path to sneak up behind him. I raise my right hand and
We're playing hide and seek already.
he catches my wrist and turns around to face me. He leans against the aircraft. Having foiled my attempt to surprise him, he gives me an amused smile. You caught me again. Lame. I pretend to sulk, but then I notice something white wrapped around Caleb's left wrist. It peeks out from under his sleeve. That's not a scratch. I bet you he broke his wrist or something. What's that? Your scratch? I lift Caleb's hand and roll up his loose sleeve to reveal layers upon layers of bandages underneath. Scratch my ass.
You're doing an inspection now? Here? That's not a good idea.
Really? You call this a scratch? Caleb, you are in big trouble. I glare at him before moving to check his modified right hand.
This is fine. A doctor already treated the injury.
His arm slips from my grasp. In one fluid motion, he pulls me close, so I'm pressed against his side. Yeah.
If you're that worried, I'll let you do a proper inspection when we get back.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little scary. It's like that dude you have no business being with. And pretty much all paths wind up with You going to his place? I'm just saying. The flight with Caleb passes in silence. I'm not giving him the cold shoulder. It's just that his communication device hasn't stopped buzzing during this short flight. He couldn't even turn his damn phone off.
Organize everything and send it to me within 10 minutes.
That's the psycho voice. After changing into slippers, he walks to his desk in the study. The fleet's dedicated communication screen lights up in response.
Give me 30 minutes, okay?
Okay. Gives me 30 minutes to snoop around. I give him a resigned okay sign and head back to the living room. I spot a half finished aircraft model on the coffee table. Hmm, this guy might have landed, but his head's still in the clouds. Once I attach the last tail wing to the model, Caleb's voice finally drifts from the study.
It's a new model that just arrived a few days ago. I haven't built this type before.
If you took any longer, I would have finished assembling the last pieces and left you with nothing. He already changed into casual clothes. He walks up to me and places his hand on my shoulder. Are a colonel's duties so urgent that you have to work even when you're injured?
I'm just reviewing a few documents.
They must have been classified. Wait, you're not supposed to be bringing classified documents. Oh, and never mind. Okay, next, keep still going. Caleb sits behind me on the carpet, picks up a spoiler, and leans in close. His hand brushes against mine as he attaches it to the wing.
When I know you're visiting, I'll rearrange my schedule. It doesn't matter how busy I am.
Remember how I said Caleb's a little psycho? He's really, really obsessive, possessive. I forget what that I forget what that trope is in anime, but he is literally it. You say that now, but if I hadn't called you, I probably would be unaware of your injury.
I wasn't planning to tell you at first, but
You knew I'd find out. Caleb takes my hand and helps me press the landing gear into place. Then he looks at me.
since you caught me red-handed, I might as well admit it. At least I get to enjoy your concern.
Have you ever realized that I'll care about you even if you aren't wounded? Besides, you still haven't told me how you got injured in the first place. Caleb keeps his gaze lower as he sets the model into its stand. The aircraft is now upright.
It was during a routine flight. There was an issue with the vessel, but we resolved it quickly. You checked the injury yourself. You know it's not serious.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. This isn't the first time you've downplayed what happens in the fleet.
We finally get to see each other, and you only want to talk about this? You know, it's been a long time since we built a model together. That plane we assembled?
Oh, Lord, he goes reminiscing and whatnot. Caleb raises his chin to gesture to a corner of the cabinet. Hey, Bonzo. Quiplash next week. Quiplash next Friday.
It's still there.
Really. And yes, I am obsessed with K dramas. I know Caleb is changing the subject, but I decided to hold back my questions. Once the model is done, we can put it next to that one. After adjusting the wiring and batteries, I flip the switch. The plane's interior lights up to cast a soft golden glow on the windows. Finished with the assembly, I massage my neck. I glance outside and realize it's already dark.
What would you like for dinner? We can order takeout, or I can cook. It's up to you.
Take out because he really can't. He really can't cook for real. The doorbell responds before I can. Caleb unconsciously furrows his brow. I guess we're not expecting somebody. Someone wants to see you at this hour. You should probably be
The
strapped.
people who heard about my injury.
I follow him as soon as he gets up to open the door. Outside the door stands a middle aged man wearing a uniform. There's also someone I know very well, Liam. Okay, so Liam is one of not his is it his 2IC? I think it's his 2IC. And yeah, he's just as shady as Caleb is, but he doesn't really trust Caleb because Caleb kind of let me get away with some stuff in order to like keep me safe. But anyway, you have to find that out in the main story.
The Bureau of Security heard that the Colonel suffered a minor injury. I'm here to check on you, and it just so happens that I ran into Adjutant Liam on the way.
Yeah, right. I smell BS on that one.
It's nothing serious, Director. I appreciate your concern.
They enter the living room and their gazes inevitably fall on me. Yeah, y'all still haven't forgiven me for trying to bust out of Skyhaven, are you?
And this young lady is...
None of your business. Caleb moves to shield me from their view. Understanding his intention, I give them a slight nod before heading to the study. I'm out.
As you can see, I can't be a proper host today, Director.
Once I close the door to the study, Caleb's icy tone gradually becomes muffled. I walk over to the bookshelf and start to scan through it. Maybe I'll grab a book to pass the time. No, I won't. Shoot, I'd be eavesdropping. As my fingers trail along the book spines, a thick stack of envelopes in the corner catches my eye. I'm about to touch them when the topmost envelope falls. I bend down to pick it up. To Lorena. It's in Caleb's handwriting. The unsealed envelope contains a single thin sheet of paper with a short message. If I don't return home this time, promise me you'll take care of yourself and eat properly every day, even when you're alone. Oh, shoot. Where was this from? This was when Caleb was still at Aerospace Academy. Yeah, he did have a little, well, I'll say mishap when he went through the deep space tunnel. It was wild. I take out the second letter. Like the first, it contains a short message. Trust me, any man who makes you cry isn't worth your time. Later time. Have a good one, my dear. Hmm. If this was from anybody else, I'd say all, but like I said, Caleb is a little psychotic and possessive. I checked several more envelopes. Each one has the same phrase: to Lorena. Why did he write me so many letters only not to tell me about them? I wonder if this was after I told him I didn't need him to protect me anymore and he got really butthurt about that.
Debris and parts have been cataloged and archived. Here's the investigation report.
So they cleaned up the site. Cleanup crew. Emergency landing, debris. What are they talking about? Something they covered up. The footsteps stop outside the door, and I find myself leaning closer so I can listen.
The proto-field anomaly caused by the vessel's emergency landing is still present. Other than that, no abnormalities were detected in Cloud Realm 4.
Protofield is what happens when a wanderer attacks you. And then once you yeet the wanderer, they leave a protocore behind, which is source energy.
Got it. Keep an eye on the old guard. Don't let them use this situation against us.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Get some rest now, sir.
So they came over to get this cover story straight. They blocked off Cloud Realm 4 because of a patrol vessel's emergency landing. Caleb was on a mission in the deep space tunnel recently. Is this related to his injury? Lost in thought, I'm startled as the door to the study opens. Tablet in hand, Caleb leans against the door frame and faces me. Yeah, I heard
What you
everything.
looking at?
Stuff. I pretending I didn't overhear the conversation outside study. I waved the letter in my hand. I'm reading the words that someone wanted to say to me years ago. Yeah, I found your stash. What? Are you nervous?
You said these were words I wanted to say to you years ago. Of course I'm nervous about you finding them now.
It's weird though. You're the last person I'd expect to regularly write me letters. And keeping them hidden from me makes it even weirder.
Is there a reason why I shouldn't write you letters? Handwritten words are more sincere. Maybe I just wanted to talk to you.
And you would have called me. I don't believe that. I look at Caleb, but he averts his gaze. He really wants to change the subject. All right.
Some missions are very dangerous. It's just standard protocol before deployment.
Mm-hmm. Standard protocol letters, then these must be his last. The realization hits me, but I can't bear to finish the thought. So, do you write to me every time?
Everyone writes these for the most important person in their life.
Hmm. Caleb takes the letter from my hand and puts it back in the envelope. Then he slides it into the bookshelf as if that could somehow make me forget I ever saw it.
I shouldn't have brought them back from the archives. They were better off being destroyed with the rest.
Don't you dare destroy them. They were written to me, so they're technically mine. I mean, I don't know if I want them, but you know, they are mine, really. Hand them over. I want to read.
Sorry, I don't plan on doing that. Also, unsent letters belong to the sender. Besides, I wrote so many that they're mostly about trivial stuff. They're not worth reading.
Which means they're totally worth reading. Caleb, you.
All right, enough about me. Let's focus on the island instead. Weren't you curious about why they sealed off Cloud Realm 4?
Yes, I was. Caleb gently taps my head with the pad in his hand.
Do you want to review the guard station investigation report?
Is it the sanitized version of the guard station investigation report? When it comes to changing the subject, you're second to none. Well, there's a reason for that. Caleb can be very, very manipulative. I heard what you and Liam were talking about. Your injury has something to do with the patrol aircraft's emergency landing, right? Caleb doesn't answer immediately, which means I hit the mark again.
What's important is that my injuries aren't serious. I don't want you to be worried about other things.
Caleb strokes my hair in an attempt to comfort me. Don't touch the hair, dude. But I cross my arms. I'm still bothered by what he's still hiding. You're not the only one who gets to decide what I need to know.
The fleet has made the area accessible again. Since you wanted to investigate the guard station, why don't I take you there so you can check it out yourself? I need to find something that the fleet personnel missed anyway.
Okay, let's go. Our aircraft makes a, oh gosh, y'all go too fast, info. Dang it. Our aircraft makes a smooth landing at the guard station despite the rain. I look out of the window and watch the raindrops trail down the glass. Metal debris lies scattered in the wild grass before us. As the cabin door opens, I leap so I'm right under the umbrella Caleb holds out.
The fleet personnel have already done a round of cleanup. But there's too much to deal with. It'll take a few more attempts before we can restore this place to how it was originally.
Okay, so apparently I can sense something's up. The resonance range is huge, the energy is stable, and there aren't any abnormalities. This incident doesn't seem to be related to the ether core, which is the strongest protocore that's available. So powerful and so coveted that it's sold on the black market. I feel somewhat relieved and follow the streams of rainwater towards the distant wreckage. Even after the cleanup, the marks left by the crash are devastating. My heart aches even more with every step. Caleb, you call this an emergency landing? This was a crash. Why are you lying to me?
The situation was a little more severe than normal.
He takes out a small detector, tosses it, and catches it before pointing it at the wreckage area. Then he initiates a scan.
We encountered magnetic fluctuations after returning from the deep space tunnel. Our data systems were corrupted. Fortunately, we could use a visual approach to land. Cloud Realm 4 has always been uninhabited, so we chose it as our emergency landing site.
Following the talk today. Following the detector's signal, Caleb carefully unearths a chip from the soil. He smiles and carefully wipes away the dirt from it.
I was worried we wouldn't find it.
It's a high security chip the Hunters Association only uses for storing the most classified information from advanced tech labs. Okay, so why is the group I work for? Why were they here in the first place? Shady. Caleb takes out his fleet communicator device and accesses the interface to read the chip. Apparently, he can read classified chip. When the screen shows that the data retrieval was successful, he lets out a quiet sigh of relief. Small hologram quickly appears above his watch. It shows me running into Caleb's arms with a bouquet of flowers. What the heck is this? My photo. You used a chip with that level of security clearance to store that? Told you he's psychotic.
There's more. Photos of you, as well as pictures of us, are backed up on this. If something happened, I'd be able to see you one last time.
Okay, that's a little twisted, but I understand. So, yeah. Still creepy, but I get it. The hologram looks real. I slowly reach out to touch the shimmering light and imagine Caleb looking at these photos. Would he be in the cruising aircraft's break room or a quiet corner with a window that could let him see the stars? He switches off the hologram and inserts the chip back into his communication device.
What are you thinking about?
I don't even want to think about what you were thinking looking at my photos on the communication device. I just want to be ignorant of that. I thought about how I almost lost you again. I'm also wondering if you left any messages for me before that mission.
It was just a few words. You've seen them before.
The rain begins to let up and a blanket of mist surrounds the guard station. We're just a few steps away from the edge of Cloud Realm 4. Layers of light gray clouds extend beneath our feet. The aircraft's tail wing lies broken at the cliff's edge. Part of it has already fallen into the abyss. Caleb, I know you. Even though you said that, I'm certain you put your heart and soul into writing them every time.
Not necessarily. It just became a habit. Whether it's writing messages or looking at photos. After adding them to my daily routine, I slowly learned to live with the possibility of accidents.
I imagine the day of the crash, that massive aircraft plummeting from deep space with Caleb trapped inside. Yeah, that actually did happen. Are you sure it's a habit and not you becoming numb to almost everything?
It's all the same. At least it helps me stay calm when there's a crisis.
Okay.
It's okay. No matter what happens, I want to return just as much as you do.
His comforting words do little to ease my doubts. I don't understand how he can talk so casually about something that could cost him his life. Caleb, it's been a while since we took a picture together, right? Since you often look at photos, we should take more of them. I hold up my phone and ensure the camera has us both in the shot. Okay, so where am I at? It'll remind you that someone below the skies hasn't gotten used to saying goodbye. I left Skyhaven and returned to Lincoln. I also brought all the letters Caleb wrote to me. Every night before bed, I read one. These messages span several years. They deserve to be read slowly. The secret ingredient to my special apple jam is a splash of lemon juice. Now that you know my secret recipe, will you think of me whenever you make jam? I left the necklace under my pillow in the dorm. Don't get mad at me for not wearing it. I won't be around this time to make it up to you if you do. Your birthday present this year is on the top shelf of my room's bookcase. Yep, it's the one you can never reach. Get it yourself when your birthday arrives. I put a recording of me singing happy birthday in the card. He's a sweet psycho. But technically, I mean, we grew up together. So I would say, I won't say out of all the love interests, he would know me. Yeah, out of all the love interests, he would know me better, which means he knows exactly how to hurt me too. Hey, Darth Plato says Lorena and Silas should do a music video together. Hey, Darth Plato, and yes, we should indeed. Kimberly Ann Hart says, I know what you mean. Lorena fans herself. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do love Silas for so many reasons. And one reason that hit me today, I'll talk about it when we get to his card for spring. The lamp's light shines through the fragile paper as I lean back against my headboard. I set aside these letters that are heavy with unspoken significance. By obsessing over every little detail, maybe a person can fool themselves into thinking they've tied up all loose ends, that they can walk away without regrets. Each letter written in preparation for death becomes a sharp shard. One by one, they cut the threads that connect me to Caleb. I dream of a world without Caleb that night. I will become a lonely island that will never have blooming flowers. Oh, that's sweet. What have you been up to? You rarely call ever since you left Sky Haven. Okay, some messages with them. Learning how to make special apple jam from your last words. I added lemon juice, but the apple jam still doesn't taste like yours. Caleb, I don't think I can make it. I told you not to read those silly letters. If you're free this weekend, I'll pick you up and take you to Skyhaven. There's a place I want you to see. Okay. All right, let's go. Oh, this is pretty nice. That weekend, Caleb picks me up from Lincoln as promised. But after we board the aircraft, he steers the vessel away from Skyhaven's main island. All right, what's he up to? The fleet's messages appear several times as usual, but Caleb ignores every call today. He eventually cuts off the signal. Oh, now he on white. Okay. Why do I think Fantasy Island when I see this outfit? Anyway, have the old guard been giving you trouble since then? What about your injuries? Have you made a full recovery? Do you still have annoying paperwork to sign?
If you really want to know, I'll tell you everything when we get back. Right now, I just want to be the Caleb who's by your side.
I rest my arm near the window and watch the clouds rush past like a flowing stream. Where are you taking me?
We'll be visiting a world that belongs to just the two of us. I'll perform a magic trick for you.
That sounds scarily intriguing.
We're almost there.
Darth Plato says this game needs swing dancing. I'd say it needs salsa dancing, but I totally get your point. The aircraft arrives at a guard station. Looking through the window, I see expanses of green meadows and lakes. The wind stirs ripples across the water as the aircraft lands near the lake shore. I look at this and think I need to take Benadryl. So much pollen. This guard station is. Clusters of flowers dot the grass at our feet. Their stems sway in the gentle breeze. The surrounding islands look hauntingly familiar in the mist. Oh, Darth Plato says this game's hot enough without the salsa. Agreed. This is Cloud Realm 4? It was nothing but a wasteland last time I was here. What happened? Did it get hit with a Genesis project? Go watch Star Trek 2. The movie Star Trek 2. Rathacon. Watch that. You'll understand where the Genesis reference comes from. Caleb takes my hand and leads me to the lakefront.
According to the fleet's report, the area's protofield was affected when the vessel crashed. It somehow allowed grass to grow here. But I think it's because spring has arrived in Skyhaven.
So technically, it can't be considered your magic trick. Light sparkles between water lilies as he leads me to a short tree that reaches out toward the lake.
Yeah, making the wasteland bloom was the protofield's magic trick.
Again, the Genesis project. I'm just saying.
But making these flowers bloom in your world, that's the magic trick I'm about to perform.
Okay, well, go for it, boy. My feet leave the ground as he lifts me up. He sets me down on a fallen tree trunk that stretches over the lake.
Will you wait for me here?
Before I can answer, he quickly disappears behind the flowers in the distance. Yo! Okay, first of all, I'm taking a picture. Number one. Why am I getting Little Mermaid vibes? You know, when they were singing the song Kiss the Girl and Eric and Ariel are in the boat? I wonder if they're going to have insects singing. Dylan says swoon.exe. Yes, that's exactly right. I'm totally enjoying this right here. I freaking love it. Especially when it gives me Disney vibes. I love The Little Mermaid. Y'all know I do.
For this magic trick, my invitation will be flowers and an embrace. A little world just for us. Join me.
Of course I will. Oh, my dress is pretty. Dylan says kiss the girl if it
I've
was an
been wanting to
Asian
take you
soap
away
opera.
from that chaotic world for a long time.
Really? I'll take out my phone. Oh, my shoes look really cute. Raina and Caleb's getaway
I
blog,
guess
day
we need a
one.
proper ceremony to celebrate this.
What you got planned? Okay, that went by
Stay
really
tuned.
fast. Okay.
Let me think.
I'm sorry, I keep hearing Kiss the Girl in my mind.
A successful magic trick needs a special prop.
Well, what would that be? Third rate magician always has
Let me show you a
excuses.
flower magic trick.
Okay. Caleb, this better not be a prank because he does like to prank me.
We're in the middle of my magic trick.
Really? Drag or zoom to adjust the camera. Oh, this is cool with these cards. So apparently, just like if you were vlogging with your camera, you can turn it around. This is, I gotta give it the info. This is actually pretty cool. It's still the same flower in
But
your
this can
hand.
transform our little boat into a peaceful cradle. If you want to be gentle or rough, the choice is yours. Give it a shot.
Okay, I don't like the double entendre to that.
Time for some magic.
Give me my flower. That flower belongs to me. I say you give it to me. I will fight you. Using your evil is cheating. Okay, here's the reason why. All right. His evil is gravity. So he can manipulate gravity. That's his special ability. I think it's really, really funny that he likes apples. Apples, Sir Isaac Newton. What's the urban legend around Sir Isaac Newton? That an apple fell from a tree and he figured out the theory of gravity from that. Okay, or maybe I'm just too much of a nerd. I don't know, but that's my story and I'm sticking with it. That's my headcanon.
Woof.
So he used gravity, his evil, to pull me down on him. I told you he's sneaky. On the first day of our getaway, I discovered that Caleb had turned into a dog. The end.
Who says that's the end? The diary's true ending is
Ain't that cute?
fallen
Uses
airplanes become
evil.
cradles, new sprouts grow from the barren earth. And from now on, flowers will always bloom in your little world.
I'm not gonna lie, this is some game right here. Makes me forget how crazy he is.
Yes. Returning to this world with you by my side.
He's still crazy.
Is the greatest miracle that fate has given me.
Okay, I so do not want to get. That's a little intense on going on there. I do not want to get censored by YouTube. I rest in Caleb's arms as our small boat gently rocks. It drifts on the lake's surface. While the willow trees sit along the bank, their branches hang low. Soft leaves brush against my cheek. Don't you dare write any more of those letters before your missions. No matter how detailed your instructions are, I won't follow them. Just saying.
Why are you so bossy?
Because I'm the boss. That's why. I have to be when it comes to you, Caleb. Which is true.
Then, that special apple jam. It's okay if you never learn how to make it. Whenever you're craving it, just stop by my place. I'll make it for you.
Oh, right. I remember crying when we reunited at the fleet's headquarters. Oh, okay. What was
Huh?
that? Any man who makes you cry isn't worth your time. That's what Caleb used to say.
Wait, you...
Seeing him at a loss for words, I turn away to hide my smile. Excuse me.
I wrote a lot of letters. And that's the only one you remember?
No, but that one seemed really possessive. That's why. Caleb grasps my shoulder and turns me back around. Within this intimate proximity, he taps the spot between my eyebrows.
Where's your conscience?
Not telling. There's no point in remembering things that will never happen. As the water ripples around us, I reach up and hold Caleb tightly. I never want to see any of those farewells or last words ever again.
Then, we'll only say hello from now on. There won't be any goodbyes.
I know that no matter what happens, I'm just like him. We always yearn for our home and long to return to each other's side. At this distance, Caleb's gaze bridges the smallest of spaces that contains the bottomless depths of one's emotions. He's focused on the person in his arms. He remembers the endless darkness of the deep space tunnel. Just when he thought he would fall into that void, he found himself embracing someone who rushed to him with flowers in hand. She has beautiful eyes, He lost himself in them and forgot about the boundaries of time and space. Oh, what the heck is that?
Field interference
What?
detected. Severe damage to aircraft hull. Structural integrity has reached a critical threshold.
Initiate the emergency landing protocol.
Oh, this must have been what he remembers from what happened.
Colonel, I can handle this. You should.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Safety protocols have been activated. Please set emergency landing coordinates within 30 seconds.
As violent tremors threaten to turn the world upside down, Caleb concentrates. His fingers fly across the control panel.
Coordinates verified. The location is suitable for an emergency landing. Configuring navigation route. Initiating emergency landing mode. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, this is messed up.
1.
Please, let me return to you once more.
Oh, that's so sad. I mean, we knew it all worked out in the end, but dang. Okay, let's see. Affinity. That's how you level up with the actual love interest and unlocks messages, special items, spicy voicemail messages. I'm just saying. Okay. So let's see. How many diamonds did this get me? In total. Okay, so in total, got me 40 diamonds. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that was Floating Floraletter, part of the Spring and Flowers event for the spring banner for Love and Deepspace. Again, this is Caleb's 5-star memory. It's only available during the special banner event. So once the event is over, thinking about 14 days, I think, or so, you can't get it anymore. So that was actually kind of cool. I did like that. And plus, yes, I do freaking love K-dramas, so this is right up my darn alley.